Listen, man, the Sixers can absolutely win this series. And this is really the first time I felt that way after a colossal Sixers choke. You know, we look at game 6 against Boston, and it just felt like the air was sucked out of them. They had no soul left going into game 7, and then they were plastered. Game 7 against the Hawks, game 7 against the Raptors. Obviously, they did not live to see another day. But even like game 5 against the Hawks, after that choke with Doc Rivers, I just felt like, damn, there's no way they're coming out of this hole. But in regards to this Knicks series, it just, to me, does not feel that way. The Sixers haven't been outclassed completely in this series. And to be quite honest, the Knicks have not played that well. The Sixers have the best two players in the entire series, which is still why they have a chance to win. But obviously, other things need to happen. Guys need to step up. We'll talk about that more, but man, overall, I just want to say, credit to the Knicks. They have delivered the final punch when the Sixers have not these last couple games. And, definitely the ball has bounced their way. They've gotten lucky for sure. I mean, guess it's a good time to bring up the fact that the last 2-minute report confirmed everything we thought. Yes, the Sixers were cheated. The Knicks were granted a win. Now, I'm not trying to completely absolve accountability and responsibility from the Sixers, right? If someone boxes out and gets a rebound, or if somebody defends a shot, or if another free throw dropped, whatever, this is a completely different story. But on the report yesterday, Nick Nurse should have been awarded a timeout, was not. Tyrese Maxey's contact with Josh Hart, the push-off, which Knicks fans are trying to use as, oh, well, you didn't get the calls, but we didn't get this call, so that never happened, and it doesn't matter. Well, according to the report, that was marginal and should not have been a foul. And Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart both fouled Tyrese Maxey. So again, as Sixer fans on this side, on Philly's side, we can at least admit, hey, we should have done more. We should have been better and closed the game out, but we also did get screwed by the officials, whereas Knicks fans act like that never even happened. And I think Shaq puts it best, He says, my question is, admit it now, but what the heck does that do for Philadelphia? And yeah, I will admit the Sixers got screwed. The refs stink, but it is time to move on, right? We have to bury that now with game 3 tomorrow, and that's a must win. You go down 3-0, it's over. You're not coming back. Nobody has ever done that in the game. So the Sixers need to get it done tomorrow, and they need people to step up. But these Knicks fans are absolutely chaotic and psychotic and erratic. Like I said, they're just oblivious to anything, and they think they're coming into Philly and getting the sweep. Matter of fact, shout out to the Knicks fans, honestly. And I hope they come through my watch party. We had the number 1 watch party in the world a couple nights ago for this game. And everybody is posting my reaction, my clip to the end of game 2 and how I got ahead of myself. And I'll agree with that, right? I'll stand here and take it on the chin. It is what it is, right? But all I ask of these Knicks fans is that they keep the same energy. I'm telling you, they're in my DMs, everything. They think they're coming here to sweep the Sixers. And I'm telling you, that is not going to happen. When the Sixers muscle back and they make this a series, they all better be around because I'm keeping the receipts, right? You got Knicks Muse and Knicks Media and Knicks Jokes and Knicks Memes. And you even got like actors, comedians, professional athletes, like a lot of people just reposting my clip of my short. It has been seen by millions of people in the last 24 hours. We win regardless. Philly take forever. But all these Knicks fans calling me this and that, calling out Sixer fans and acting like we're not here. We're here. We want smoke and fire, baby. We are right here ready to tussle. And the Knicks are coming to Philadelphia. So whether it's Jim Bob 123 on Twitter or Jalen Brunson fan page on Instagram or CatDad576, whoever they are with these fake profile pictures, stand up and be ready to rock because we are keeping all the receipts. The Sixers are coming back in this series and they will make it competitive. Mark my words, because let me tell you something. This team's not going down. I saw the looks on the faces of Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey the other night, right? And they all talked about the calls and things like that. I've never heard Joel Embiid speak this confidently. I've never heard him be this assertive. He said, we're going to win this series. We're going to win this. Tyrese Maxey, look at his face. He is sick to his stomach. No emotion, raw. And Mike says, I've never seen Maxey mad and stone cold like this. Dude is going to bring us back to win the damn series. That game the other night and how they got screwed and whatever else lit a fire in this team. Sixers are coming back. I'm telling you, they are ready to fight. Now, I said before in prior days, it's going to be very hard to win 4 games in a row because I don't think they can win game 7 in MSG. Maybe they can. They're going to have to win one in New York, but they were very close in game 2 and they were very close in game 1. And they will return there, but you have to get the momentum on your side. If the Sixers win game 3 tomorrow night, and then they win game 4, right? Now you completely flip the script. Now the Knicks fans are starting to sweat. Win this game tomorrow night, 1 game at a time. But to do that, guys are going to have to step up. Now, first off, shout out to Maxey, by the way. We're in the middle of a series, so we're not that concerned. But Tyrese Maxey wins most improved player. Shout out to Tyrese. Tremendous season. He is going to be an absolute star. And in prior playoffs, it felt like, okay, Maxey's a bit skittish. No, he's showing up. He's averaging, 34 points per game in his series? Joel Embiid's averaging above 30. Somebody else has to step up, man. Because the fact of the matter is role players don't shoot the way that they do at home on the road. Josh Hart's not coming into Philly shooting lights out. Who knows if DiVincenzo will or McBride, right? That's how bench players are. They're inconsistent. You get good games sometimes and other times, what's going on? But what the Sixers have done in this series is unacceptable. Buddy Hield's supposed to be your prized possession. You acquire him at the deadline. He has done nothing. Nothing. Nico Batum hasn't been much of a factor. I mean, I can't expect that much out of him, but you're a vet. You got to step up, hit some shots. The Sixers need somebody to hit shots. I believe the third leading scorer right now is Kyle Lowry. Tobias Harris is averaging under 10 points per game. Cannot happen. And there's no rhyme or reason as to why Tobias is playing 41 minutes in a game. Nick Nurse, you have to make the adjustments, man. You can't get settled in your ways. That is one positive, one perk about you. You're creative. You go back to the drawing board. You've done some good things in this series. You've thrown different looks at Brunson. But at the end of the day, you have to make the adjustments and create a spark for this team. Now, I agree. Has to come down to the players. Who are you at your core? Who is the identity? What is the identity of this team? Are they the same squad as in prior years? If so, then they're going to crumble. No pun intended. But what about Campaign? That guy looks like he's always ready to heat up and get a bucket. He'll come in, hit a couple big shots potentially. How about Ricky Council? A guy who single-handedly changed that Spurs game a couple weeks ago. I'm not saying these guys are going to set the world on fire, but they're going to bring that intensity. Pat Bev would have been a great guy to have in his series just for his physicality. You need to match the Knicks in that aspect, and the Sixers have to toughen up a bit. So whoever it is, somebody needs to be the X factor, the unsung hero, and step up in game 3. Maybe Kelly Oubre, right? He was tremendous down the end of the season, especially in Embiid's absence. But Kelly, even though you've played stellar defense against Brunson, you've given us nothing on the offensive side. Kelly, step up. Batum, step up. Kyle Lowry, step up. Who else? Campaign. Sixers may get DeAnthony Melton back, they said today. That would be huge. Huge determinant in this series. He could really impact this team defensively and maybe guard Josh Hart or somebody like that. So at the end of the day, the Sixers need to pull all the tricks out of the bag. When I talked to Nurse earlier this year, he said, we haven't even deployed everything in our bag of tricks. Well, now's the time. Go out there, take this team off their rhythm. You have to do the little things, right? You have to do the gritty things. You have to get offensive rebounds and close out and rotate and just really push the pace on this Knicks team. But you win one game tomorrow, then maybe it leads to another win and you're right back in it. This series is not over. It is far from over. And the Knicks fans that have already looked past that, you're making a big mistake. But it'll come down to the Sixers. Which team will we see tomorrow night? Hopefully they show up and they show out, and the Sixers can get in the dub column. You give me all your thoughts down below on Game 3 and the rest of this series. Appreciate you all, and I will see you tomorrow night live right here on YouTube.